Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my good people out there, man. How y'all feeling out there? Good morning. Welcome to Trend, excuse me. Welcome to Trade Genius Live. I am Trend Genius, your host. And where we at? This is Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Good morning to everyone, man. How y'all feeling out there? How y'all feeling? Let me know in the chat, man. How y'all feeling? I always got to check in with y'all. How y'all feeling? Good morning. Good morning. Taylor, I see you. Serena, I see you. Anonymous, I see you. Natalie Esco, I see you. Q Dog. Antonio, I see you. Benjamin, yo. Tap in with me. That's right. Let me know how y'all feel. Morbid Drifter. How's the foot? Foot's good. Much better, brother. I made it through those days, you know what I'm saying? Those first few days where that pain be serious, but feeling, much better, man. Much better. Getting better every day on the mend. Bless. I'm doing good, Melanie. Thanks for asking. Twyla, good morning. Kika Bug, good morning. Moss Scrubs, good morning. Ready to make some money? Yeah, absolutely. Always ready to do that. I ain't liking what I'm seeing, but I'm still ready to make some money. And we'll talk about that. Absolutely. I ain't really liking what I'm saying, but we definitely gonna, we gonna see what the market gives us. That's all we can do. Just see what the market gives us. But yeah, man, how y'all feeling today, man? Everything good? Everyone had a good day? Super Spaceman, good morning. Chris, blessed morning. Absolutely. Good, man. I'm glad y'all tapping in with me, man. I'm for real. Glad y'all are here. I'm here. I'm excited for another day. We're all blessed to be able to see another day. Isaac, my man, that's what's up. Good morning, brother. Yeah, man, we are all blessed to see another day, because unfortunately, nothing is promised, man. Believe it or not, nothing is promised. Nothing is promised. So, Donna, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, today I got my post-op appointment today. What's good, baby? God bless. Let's go. Ha 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 ha. Matthew. Yeah, today is my post-op today, so I'm gonna go see my podiatrist, and they're gonna take some X-rays, and they're gonna see how well we're progressing. Kind of quick, right? But hey, but yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. Let's see here. Let me get my little screen share going for y'all. And we're going to check out some news. I know some news already happened this morning because we did have some news going on. Let's see here. Let me pop into the right screen. Let's see here. Boom. And we're going to go with tertiary. And yeah, let's go. See if I can get this right, y'all. Nope, I still can't get it right. Can't get the right screen. There we go. Maybe it's that one. See what we got. See if I can get it right this time. Nope, still can't get it right. This guy right here, he's just messing up. All right, let's see here. Let's just do this then. This how we do that. This how we fix that. It's funny, not every day, but most of the days, like I have everything set up, and then sometimes my screen share just switches to the other screen. Why, I don't know, but we're gonna work through that. We ain't gonna let none stop us. So let's get to news. There we are. And calendar. And bam. And then I'll just go ahead and throw my charts up on this side as well. Let's get this one over here. So this way when we start getting into some trading, we can discuss that as well. All right. Now we're gonna get to where we need to be. Bam. All right. So today is Wednesday the 4th. And we had red folder news today. It was non-farm, ADP non-farm employment change. And if we go to the charts, you can see where's that news at? That news actually happened. Actually, news was womp womp. This is our news candle right here. It was womp womp. So really not too much movement on the news, not too much volume came in. As you can see, we're on the 5 minute. As you can see, little consolidation since that time. Usually we get, we get some nice little spikes. So, if you remember me telling you I made the first 3K, I'm looking make my first 9K today already. And the morning just started copy trading. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, I would say this, because I always like to keep it, I always like to keep it, real and keep it, in the scope of discipline, right? You made 3K yesterday, looking to make 9K today. I would always say never come into the market with a perceived dollar amount of what you want to make, because what that could do is that could possibly make you overtrade, not take what the market gives you. Because remember, you're not taking, none of us are taking anything out of the market. We're taking what the market gives us. So I would say that's cool. That's optimistic. Nothing wrong with optimism, but also keep in mind that it's a possibility you may not even get 1K. You might not even get 500. So never go into a day like let me give you an example. I never say, okay, today I got to make 500. Not I gotta, but I'm looking to make 500 a day. I never have a predetermined dollar amount, ever. Never, ever, ever, ever. Never have a predetermined dollar amount. I go in, I go in and I look at, what I can get out the market. It could be 300 today. It could be 800. It could be $3,000. So the $3,000 you made, good morning, good morning, good morning. At peace, good morning. The $3,000 that you made yesterday, that's amazing. But that's not gonna happen every day. And that's just me being realistic, not coming down on you or nothing like that. I just want to make sure that you keep your psychology intact. That's what you're here for. That's why I'm here. I'm here to make sure that we all keep our psychology together and make sure that we are thinking correctly. And remember, yeah, I'm the one at the helm. I'm the one talking, but this also helps me stay, stay consistent too. And also it helps me help stay in my rules, because I can't fake it, right? I got y'all looking at me. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's good. It keeps me in line. And it keeps me, continuously talking about this repetition, you know what I mean, of all these different psychological things that we have to keep in place when we're trading. So I just want to make sure that I say that to you. Isaac, you know what I mean? Optimism, great. Being optimistic is great, but just remember, you're here to take what the market gives you. So, if you bang out 9K, trust me, bro, I want you to, but I just understand that. And I want all of us to understand that that's not a realistic approach when we come into trading. Now, the best thing I can tell you is the only perception or predetermination that you may want to have is just making sure that you come into the market and you are looking for your A+ setup, and you're waiting. You're waiting for that to happen. And also remember this, that might not ever happen. Speaking of today, that might not ever happen. So just keep that in mind. That's going to always keep you on your toes and always keep you from forcing trades. So that is one of the reasons why I never have a predetermined amount when I come into the market, ever. I don't care what's going on. I never have a predetermined amount. You know what I mean? Now, I know we were talking yesterday and I was telling you about the $100 that I have to make for the $100 profit, not consecutive, but for 5 days to get to a payout. That's something different. But I'm not coming into the market saying I have to make this particular amount. So I just wanted to say that. Absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome, brother. Absolutely. I just want to keep you on point, man. And remember, we got to keep these accounts safe, right? Our capital is everything. That's our ammunition. We talk about this. It's very important. Yeah, y'all like me up, man. Anyone that hasn't liked me up, y'all like me up. Likes are free. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe, please. All it does is help. How about now? Better? Maybe I need to get my mic a little bit closer. And I checked all my levels, so my mic is up, all the way up. It's up on 100 on my soundboard, so we should be good. I'll just make sure that I speak up as well. Would you say, Morbid Drifter? A no trading day is better than a losing trading day. Absolutely. Think about it. No trading day keeps your account safe, right? Keeps your capital intact. Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all liking me up. I appreciate y'all, the ones that have subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, all it does help push the content out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it works, and all of that's free. That's what's up, Natalie. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Mic volume, please. I'm maxed out and barely can hear you. Interesting. Because mine is all the way up. My apologies, Matthew. Mine is all the way up, brother. I'll just make sure I talk a little, project my voice and talk loud. But everything's up on my soundboard. I just double checked everything. So, but yeah, so this is what we're looking at today. Let me go back to news. I think we have some other news popping. We have 7 a.m. You're good with the sound. Thank you. 7 a.m. we have PMI, red folder. So that'll be we have some yellow folder here. I know I overlooked that. None of us never really have to focus on yellow folder news. It's nothing going on. Now, if you want to, see what's going on and understand it, I would always say you can click right here. That's what these are for. You click this little tab, and then it gives you a whole breakdown of exactly what that is. Like, it gives you a whole breakdown. What's the source, the measures, what the effect is, the frequency of the news, the next release, the little notes, why traders care, a survey of what's going on. You know what I mean? And what the acro expand is. So that's something good if you just want to learn it. Okay, perfect, Matthew. Awesome. That's what's up. If you just want to learn it, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to just go in here and tap in and just, figure out, you can not figure out, but you can understand what's going on with the news. Like, why are we having this news? And you can also set an alarm as well. Here, these little bells. You see how they have these little bells right here? You can set an alarm to remind you, oh, news. That might be a good thing, so you don't forget and actually get into a trade. So this is actually another good tool, and it's free. It don't cost nothing. You could just sign. As you see, I got my little name up here, my little avatar up there. It's free. You just sign up, and then that's it, and you have it. So I would always say this is a tool that should always be on your chart. Bookmark it, and you got it. Yeah. So 7 o'clock, we got red folder news. Right now we're about 2 minutes from the open. Today, I'm expecting to see I'm looking for some bullish action today. That's what I'm kind of seeing. Of course, the market is going to do what it wants to do. That's my little daily bias. Why? Because we had already been pushing low. We pushed very, very low beyond the 8% line. And yeah. So, and definitely today, before we're over, we're going to talk about the 8% line. I got that all fixed up for y'all. So, like I said, I would. My apologies. It took 2 days. Regardless of my foot, I have no excuses. But I got it. We got it today. We're going to talk about that. That'll be the last thing we talk about before we get out of here. We'll talk about the 8% line. But yeah, so we got my alarm going off in my ear. We got 1 minute for market open, and we'll see what it looks like. So when I made the statement, when I said it's not looking good to me, okay, so one of my rules is I do not take entries inside of reversal zones. Let me open this up a little bit. Why? Because from my back testing and from me watching NQ for this 2 years, it's a little risky. It's a reversal zone. That pretty much says it all. So I don't take entries inside of reversal zones. I just sit on my hands. I've seen many times like trades, hit, but I just don't take entries inside of reversal zones. It's just one of my rules. And once again, I like to keep my account safe. And if an entry is inside a reversal zone, that's not an A+ setup. That's not high probability for me. All right, market is open. Let me go to the 1 minute so we can actually see this a little bit better. Break this down a little bit. But yeah, so that's our opening candle. Like I said, I'm looking for price to go bullish. That's what I'm kind of looking for, but we'll see. We got a couple of highs right here. Yep. Yeah, but I don't really have a setup though. That's the thing. And then we have this other reversal zone right here. That's why mentioned to Serena, I made the statement that I don't really see it. There was not enough consolidation right here for me to take a little breakout because price kind of dipped into the reversal zone and came out. So for me, honestly, because I like to keep everything safe and keep my trading simple, that's how I became profitable. I might not even have no trade today because the trade I would take, okay, I might. Let's see here. Let's see what we get. If this fair value gap can hold and we can close, I'll take this a strategy that I take. We get a market structure shift, which is this right here, price breaking and holding above previous high or low. In this case, this will be the previous high. We got a gap formed. If that gap can hold, I usually place my entry right above the gap and allow price to come back and tap me in and then take me up. Why do I trade? Why do I have this particular strategy when I trade? Is because if you've been following NQ and you've been watching NQ for as long as I have, you'll know that NQ loves to go into these fair value gaps. That's just a characteristic of NQ. That's why I stress, like, learn the ticker, like learn your ticker, learn it like your girl, learn it like your guy, so you can understand its characteristics. All right, so you know what? I'm gonna take, let's see here. I'm gonna set this here. And we'll see if price will come back and tap me in. I'm gonna take a little modest trade. I'm gonna take it here. Order submitted. Well, let me see if it taps me in first. If it does tap me in, I'll trim my position right before the reversal zone, and then I'll leave a runner and let it go, but possibly it may not come back to get me. So let's see. And my stop loss will be here, right below this candle. Actually, based on my strategy, my stop loss should be here at the previous swing low based on this strategy, but that's a lot of real estate. So I'm gonna take it to this. I'll put my stop loss at this previous swing high right here. Yes, I'll do that. Let's see if price will come back and tap me in and take us up. Drop this sell stop. All right, so let's see what we get. Yeah, HSS strategy is definitely different. It's high Kanashi candles, and it's a scalping strategy. Like if you've been on the stream, you'll know that I'm not a scalper. I'm a strategy trader, especially with NQ. And I'm not saying that the HSS isn't good. That's not what I'm saying. It's just not my style of trading. That's all, because it's scalping. Yeah, don't look like it's gonna come back to pick me up. I mean, my target would be this daily level up here. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me open this up a little bit. See what we get. See, that's another thing too. Price be very indecisive in between reversal zones. That's another thing too. And it's like it can go here, come back, hit here. That's another reason why I like it when we have like a lot clearer real estate. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I like it. You know, once again, I'm looking for high probability trades. I'm not just trying to get in a trade. I look for high probability trades. So look how price kind of went up there and kind of, you know, starting to work its way back. As you can see, we've had already a lot of little consolidation going on between here. At least from, what's this? From 5:15. Remember, I'm on Pacific time, from 5:15. So yeah, see, that would have hit. If it would have picked me up, it would have hit, and I was coming back. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I am canceling this. That's just my discipline. I'm canceling it. So don't look like I'll be taking no trade today. I don't like this. This is not. I just don't like it. And that's the control that we have before we enter a trade. We talk about this, right? The control is everything that we do before entry, before price taps us in. I'm good. Like I said, I kind of, because this is what I'm thinking. My bias is price is, you know, going to be bouncing in between these reversal zones. I could be wrong, But at least at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I keep my account safe. Now, my entry would have been here. Boom. I would have got tapped in. If I had stood in this, if I kept my entry, my limit order there, I would have got tapped in. And then let's see what this trade would have done if I would have stayed. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing. So, and especially price hit this reversal zone and, you know, started going. I mean, it's only one candle, but still, like, I'm just not liking all of this. If this reversal zone wasn't here, I would feel a lot more comfortable. I would feel a lot more comfortable taking that trade. So I just backed out. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to show y'all how disciplined you need to be and how disciplined I am in my trading. So this way we all can learn and apply that discipline into our strategy. So yeah, and at the end of the day, I don't have to take a trade every day. That's the other thing. I don't have to trade every day. I'm very comfortable not trading every day. Very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. Thank you, Serena. Absolutely. I'm very, very comfortable not taking a trade. And look at what price is doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no clear direction. Like, I'm glad I jumped out. And before our stream started, I was looking at all of this and I'm like, that's one of the things, like, I just do not like when prices in between reversal zones. It's just no clear direction. If you're a scalper, you can make some money because you're scalping. Like I said, I'm a strategy trader. So I need some clear real estate so I can hit my targets. And with this reversal zone right here, that can impede me getting to my target, which would be these dailies. And as you can see, price is just kind of moving around. Now, if price even goes up and hit the daily, I ain't oh well. Because to me, this is not really a high probability setup. It was just a setup. It was just a setup, not a high probability one. I want high probability setups. And guess what? By me not trading, taking my orders off the chart, guess what? My accounts are still safe. They're still safe. They're still safe. And as you can tell, you can look at this and look at these candles, and you can tell, like, price does not really know what it wants to do. It doesn't. There's no clear direction. And that's okay. But it's just understanding what we're looking at. That lets us know what we need to do. Yeah, so y'all got y'all charts up. I want to jump to question of the day. I got something that I definitely really, really want to talk about on our question of the day today. So I always tell y'all the question of the day and tip of the day, I always like them to mirror each other. Yeah, that's very true, Morbid Drifter. You don't actually get a lot of chance for HSS. Maybe 1 or 3 setups a day. Yep. Very true. And that's good, because guess what? You don't need to be trading more than that. 1, 2 good trades, because you're scalping. From what I understand from scalpers, they trade more than one time because they're scalping, right? So they place multiple trades. And that's understandable, because when you're scalping, you're not having large moves. You're taking, pieces of moves. So that makes sense. And you're piecing those moves together to get your profit for the day. So with that said, question of the day today is, would you break your rules to take a trade if nobody is watching? Think about that, y'all. Would you break your rules and take a trade if nobody was watching? Think about that. Trading live can create a lot of subtle pressure, right? When we're trading live, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes when we're trading socially, meaning like when we have, people around us, we're trading with some friends or something like that, some trading buddies, that can lead to some forced entries too. So, would you take this trade? Would you break your rules to take a trade if nobody was watching? Think about that. Lakia said, nope, I'm strict. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. No, because I don't want to lose money. That's what's up, D Young. That's what's up. Think about it. That's just being smart. Like, we got to be smart. We got to come in here with intelligence. No, but it was long ago that I would have answered yes. That's what's up, Twilight. Hey, me too. I'm right there with you. Like, this is all learned behavior. None of us was born with these behaviors. These are all learned behaviors for this trading psychology. Think about it. If your setup feels rushed, ask yourself why. Like, why does this setup feel rushed? And honestly, my setup felt a little rushed. It did. It did. I saw it. I saw the setup for my strategy. Come on, man. Exactly. For real. I saw the setup for my strategy, but the probability wasn't there. See, that's the thing that we have to always keep in mind. Yeah, I did see the setup, but the probability wasn't there. It wasn't high probabilities. My setup showed itself. Absolutely. Was a probability there? Absolutely, it was not. The probability was not there. And I know y'all looking at the charts. Y'all see what price is doing, right? Look at what it did. Hit the reversal zone up top. Well, on my chart, and then it, you know what I'm saying, it jumped back down. It going back into the other reversal zone. So, you know what I'm saying? Look. So my stop loss was here. But I told y'all this wasn't high probability. Now, if I did take this trade, I would be in drawdown. Not that that's a big deal, but once again, because the probability was so low, that's why I just like, I'm jumping off. And I want y'all to see this and understand this. So when you're in your trade or you see your strategy and you have a situation like this, man, just click out. You ain't got to stay in that. You ain't trying to prove nothing. Remember, we ain't trying to prove we're right. We're trying to make some money. And trying to prove ourselves right is not going to make us no money. Keeping our trading psychology intact and, you know what I'm saying, exercising discipline, those are the things that are going to make, you know, keep our account safe. And that's how we're going to make some money. And remember this, I'm going to say it again. We do not have to trade every day. Case in point, Isaac, you made 3 bands yesterday. Honestly, you ain't got to be on the charts today, bro. Man, say that 3 bread. I mean, say that bread, say that 3K. You come back tomorrow. You ain't got to do nothing today. Don't let the profit, how would I say, don't let what you made, like, okay, I made 3K. Ooh, I'm going to go in. Nah, don't let that force you into doing something that you shouldn't do, because that can allow you to break your rules. You made 3K, that was yesterday. Today's a whole new day. It's like that didn't even happen. Literally, when we got to today, the 3K you made yesterday, that's over now. We've moved forward. You know what I mean? We've moved that's whatever happened yesterday, and we're talking about in the trading world, right? Whatever happened yesterday, man, this is my analogy to that. You think about like your best quarterback or your best basketball player, right? Let's say your best quarterback, playoff game, there's only a little bit left. There's only a small amount of time left in the game, and he throws an interception, but he gets a chance to get the ball back. You think when he gets the ball back, he's worrying about the interception that he threw? Heck no. He's like, man, I can't think about that. I still got, you know what I'm saying? I still got more time. I could win this game. He can't have that in his head of the interception he threw. You got to just forget about that. Same thing with a basketball player. Let's say your favorite basketball player is 5 seconds left. They get the last shot. They shoot it. They miss it. Hey, it is what it is. But when that time comes around again, if that same scenario, they're not thinking about the ball they missed. They're thinking about, this is a new game. This is a new day. I'm going to make this one. So from an analogy perspective, let's always remember that what we did the day before, that don't even matter. Like, that's over in the trading world. I mean, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Isaac, I'm glad you got that bread. But I'm saying today, that does not matter. Because look, you think you're going to get 3K out of this? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. We ain't got no good, clear direction. This is super choppy. It's in these reversal zones. I am so glad that I followed my discipline and I took my order off my chart. Because the other thing too is when you have a good high probability setup, you're not going to sit in that trade for a long time. And I don't like sitting in trades for a long time unless it's a particular strategy where it calls for that. The strategy I was trading, basically, I'm basically just targeting daily levels. You know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't liking it. It's a bunch of consolidation right here. Chop consolidation, same thing. And we're in between two reversal zones. That's not high probability. It's not high probability. So that's why I jumped out. I'm glad that I, even if if this candle just shot up right now and all the way up here, like, great. Like, okay, I'm not going to say, oh, I should have stood in. No, I'm not going to say that because the probability wasn't there. I should have clicked out. I should have canceled my order like I did. That's the discipline. Remember, that's the discipline. We can always look at the charts and be like, oh, man, if I'd have stayed in, held longer, you can always, but hindsight is 2020. We can't predict the future. So you have to trade based on discipline, not based on, oh, what you think it may do, because we don't know. There's no fortune tellers on this call. None of us. We don't know. We just got to take what is the most, the highest probability. So always keep that in mind. And like I said, I'm glad I clicked out. I'm glad I canceled my order because the probability wasn't there. I don't care what these candles do because at the end of the day, my accounts are safe, and I can say the win for me today was I exercised discipline, and I took what the market gave me. It didn't give me what I needed to see. It just didn't. So for that, I cancel my orders. But yeah, so going back to question of the day. Would you break your rules if nobody was watching? I'm new to this. How do you determine a reversal zone? Reversal zones, in order to determine a reversal zone, what you do is you drop to the 1 hour, and this will have to be it's a pretty lengthy process, and it takes about a good 3 hours to do. Because what you do is you drop to the 1 hour and then you go back far in time. You know what I mean? When I say go back, you going back 3 months. You want to click this down here. Oh, let me share my screen so I can show you exactly. That'd be a lot better. All right. So you want to go to the 1 hour. Then you want to go back on your charts at least 3 months, maybe even 6. Seriously. 3 months. 3 months is good. And when I explain this, you'll understand. So 3 months is good, right? 6 months is even better. The further you can go back is even better. It's going to take you some time, though. It's going to take you some hours to do this, but this is what it takes. So go jump to the 1 hour. And then what you want to do is you want to go to the 1 hour. You want to just see where, and it's something that we're going to have to go over in another session because it's pretty lengthy, but I'm just going to give you kind of the gist of it, D Young. So basically what I do is I jump to the 1 hour. I go back 6 months. And what I'm looking for is where I'm getting a bunch of candle touches, when I say a bunch of candle touches, let me see here. We can even go to the 4 hour. I'm looking for stuff like this. I'm looking for stuff like this. I'm looking for stuff like this. I'm looking for these where these candles are touching in particular price points, right? And then what I do is, let me see, go up. We're gonna have to do a whole class on it, so I could really break it down because this is just kind of giving you the gist, and it's not gonna leave you with what you need. But so basically, what I do is I go all the way back, go on a higher time frame. I do the 1 hour, but I like to just check the 4 hour as well. Through the 1 hour, and then I just go and I just see where I'm seeing a lot of candle touches. And what I'll do is I'll create a reversals. I'll basically just use this tool. You see it says RZs. I hit it. I make my little. That's not the one I want. I want this one. I want RZs. Right? I'll do that. I'll put it over where I'm seeing like a bunch of touches on particular candles, right? Hypothetically speaking. And then what I do is I go and I just kind of just go and I just go down and I look. And then I see if I'm seeing like a lot of touches from other candles in those areas. Now, mind you, I'm only went back like a week. So you're not really going to see it. That's why I say you need to go back months so you can really, really, truly actually see it. I only went back weeks. These reversal zones were made from months ago. Some of them even over a year ago, literally, because that's how long they have been on my chart. So that's pretty much how you determine a reversal zone. And like I said, we'll definitely have to do a session just based on that. Or maybe I think what I may even do that'll be even better. So we don't kill the live stream time. I'll do a recording and then I'll just put it, I'll upload it. I'll try to get that done within the next week or so, couple weeks, within the next week or two, because I have other things that we have on the schedule to do as well. So, but yeah, so that is pretty much how I get my reversal zones. And basically it's just going where candles have been touching. And as you can see, looking from this 1 hour, you can see my reversal zones are pretty darn good. Look at this. Look at all this. Look at all this. Look at this. And like I said, this is just going back. This is last Monday. So that's not really that far. But even if I was to go back, as y'all can see, I have some stuff on my charts. I'm always writing on my charts. You can see, you see a lot of candle touches in those reversal zones. It don't have to be perfect, but you'll see a lot of candle touches in those reversal zones. Look, here, look, here. And pretty much these reversal zones, if you look at my chart, look how far down they go. All those blue lines are unmitigated areas. Like this stuff has been on my chart for a long time. If y'all look, we haven't been in the 19 or 18,000s in a very, very long time. But I still have reversal zones down there. And there's some rules on drawing them. I got them pretty much down to the 16,000s. I couldn't tell you how long ago it's been since we've been in the 16,000s, but it's been a while. But all of this stuff stays on my chart. Until price touches these blue lines, which are my unmitigated levels, they will always stay there. Now, when price touches those areas, they'll come off. And that's another thing that's one of the things I have lined up. I'm doing a video on learning and understanding how to create your daily levels and your unmitigated levels as well. That's one of the videos that I'm working on. So that's going to be popping up here in the next couple of days. So let me just jump back to the 5 and get back. I just want to kind of just give you a gist of that. Who was that? That was D Young. And like I said, that's something that I'll definitely have to like make a recording on, because it takes literally hours. Because basically you're going to be starting with a raw chart, right? You're not going to have all this stuff on there. So it's going to take some time. I remember when me and my mentor and my coach, when we redid them, God, tongue twister. When we redid those, it was like 3 hours. It's like 3 hours. 15 minute valid for shorts, but not taking anything until after 10 a.m. Smart. Waiting on news because we got news in 6 minutes. See what I'm saying? That's the other thing too. Like that was the other reason why I didn't mention it, but that was the other reason why I exited, is because I'm like, we got news at 7 too. Like in my mind, I'm saying, we got news at 7 too. 10 a.m. Eastern. Remember, I'm on Pacific, so just keep that in mind. For me, 7 a.m. So I'm like, you know what? Nah. And then look at what price is doing. Pretty much just a continuation of what was going on pre-market. This is 5:10 a.m. for me. Of course, 8:10 New York. Just consolidating, going inside this reversal zone, coming out, going inside, coming out. It market open. We got a little bit of volume. Touched this reversal zone, came out, came back down, hit this reversal zone, not going up. And like what I said, when we have price like this, based on what I've known from NQ's characteristics, it likes to bounce in between these. That's why I just don't like when price is in between reversal zones like that, because this is what a lot of times happens. I like to have some clear real estate, something like this. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, something like this, you know, we got a little bit of real estate in between there. So that's what I like to see. Then I know my targets are a lot clearer. It's more higher probability. And those are the trades that I like to get in. So with that said, we'll jump off. Let me see here. Okay, we got about 4 minutes and change until news. We'll go back to our question of the day. Feel like I got to sneeze. Excuse me. Damn, that felt good though. Sometimes sneezes feel good. But yeah, so would you break your rules? Would you break your rules to take a trade if nobody was watching? A lot of y'all answered. I thought I was wrong for having reversal zones from months ago, but they are strong and I never want to do. Yeah. If you make reversal zones, you could leave them there. There's no reason to take them off your chart, because remember, when we make our reversal zones, we're making them from the past. You know what I mean? And remember, well, with NQ, what I can tell you is NQ loves to touch those areas. I don't know what it is about NQ, but that is one of the characteristics from watching it, and also from me learning from my mentor, coach and mentor. Like, that's something that I've learned from him. He stresses that all the time, and it's proven. You can, as I'm scrolling through and you were looking at my chart, you can see like price is hanging around those areas. There's something about those reversal zones, right? You can say that, like, even if you don't understand them, you can say there's something about those reversal zones, because price does bounce off them and go in them and hang around in them and come out and then retest. Like, I'm telling you, man, that's why, man, shout out to my mentor, man, like, and my coach, man, like, dude, like, he know this ticker, man. He know this ticker as well as he knows his wife, if not even better. Seriously, like, he knows it. He knows this ticker. He knows this ticker. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that you know is important. Like I said, just know your ticker, understand your ticker. That's why it's good to be on the charts and just watch. You ain't got to trade, just watch. If you feel the urge to trade, this is what I tell everyone. If you feel that much of an urge to trade, like you just got to get in a trade, demo trade. If you need to scratch that trading itch, man, click out, close your accounts, and demo trade. Scratch the itch. You ain't got to go in with your live accounts. Yeah, don't do that. Because I know I've been there. Like, there was times in the beginning of my trading career where I just felt like I just had to trade every day. I was taking 4, 5, 6 trades a day. You know, that's not practical. But I was new. I didn't know any better. But I was demo trading though too. I wasn't doing this in my live account. Let me say that. So I was scratching that itch on demo trading, paper trading, whichever. 6 in one hand, half a dozen other, same thing. I know on TradingView it says paper trade, and other places it says demo trade. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? And just play with that. You know, lose money in your demo account. Like, that's just safer. You know what I mean? And less stressful. Yeah, that's what you want to do. And then I'm gonna jump back again. So a lot of y'all answered, would you break your rules? And I appreciate them answers. Those are all good answers. I wanted to say that. Like, I appreciate all, like I said, I appreciate all those good answers. All those answers was on point. And those demo trades always work out the best with profits. Wonder why. You know what? That's something that I always notice. Like, when I go to demo trade, those demo trades be hitting. And you know what it is? I kind of broke it down to 1 minute for news, y'all. 1 minute for news. Let me jump back to that so we can keep an eye on that. What I broke that down to is, when we're demo trading, we go into the demo trades a little bit more loosely. Like, we have a little bit more less cares, I think, what goes on when we demo trade. 1 second. Let me plug in my other laptop over here. But yeah, we go into those demo trades a little bit more carefree, right? And I think that might be some of the reason. I don't know. I can't pinpoint that, but definitely something. All right, so news just hit. We got a little volume spike right here, but I don't know. Don't really see anything here. Like, it's not really. I don't know. I thought maybe it was gonna get like a large lightsaber up, come down, but news today is kind of right. And it's not real money, right? So you tend to be a little carefree. You know what I'm saying? You tend to be a little carefree with the demo trades. Okay, there's some little volume going in. Let me jump to the 1 minute. All right, so here's our news candle. As you can see, a lot of consolidation going on in between these reversal zones. What the news candle do? Wicked in there, and now I know the candle hasn't closed yet, but wicked in there and starting to come out. You know what I mean? Like kind of like what I was. And when I say this, when I say my biases are not based on what I know it is just my thought, what I think, but they're based on like the characteristics of what I've seen NQ do just over these 2 years of watching it. All right, look like we're getting a little bullish momentum, but even still, like, you know, that's where my biases come from. Like I've seen this before, kind of situation. So my bias comes from that. And like I said, one of the things that I can tell you about NQ, like it loves these reversal zones. They're like magnets for price. Like it loves these, and it'll go between them all day, tap in, come out, you know, make some lows, make some highs, but it looks like we're getting a little bullish momentum now. If this setup was above this reversal zone, I would have felt extremely comfortable with my targets being up here. Like if this reversal zone wasn't here, hypothetically speaking, I would have felt much more comfortable taking that trade. So as you can see, look, like price don't really know what it want to do. Well, at least we know news is over. No more news for the day. Yeah, nothing else going on for the day. Everything is yellow folder, and it's another. Well, we have crude oil today, beige book. They're both yellow folder. Nothing that affects us. No, unless you're trading NG. But the yellow folder, crude oil, like from what I remember, the day that the crude oil news comes out is a day that some NG traders don't trade NG. I've never traded NG, just giving some information. Don't quote me on it, but I know that's the only thing pretty much crude oil would affect would be anyone that trades NG. Other than that, like news is pretty much done for the day. Ain't nothing else going on. And look, like I stated, man, I've seen this movie before. So a lot of my biases are based on that. Like if you've been watching your ticker for a very, very long time, then you understand how it moves. You will say, hey, I've seen this before. So it's not like you're even making a prediction. You're just saying, yo, I've seen this before because I've watched this ticker for so long that it does this during this time or with these particular things going on. That's why it's so important to learn your ticker. That is why it's so important to learn your ticker. And look, bounced up here, came down. Now it's bouncing off the 50. I got this as my simple moving average, bouncing off, getting a little reaction off the 50, which is price normally does that with NQ. Unless it's like a crazy news candle and it just blasts through everything. We didn't get that today. News was really womp today. Let's be honest. News was womp today. Like really no volume spikes at all. So look, what I say, and I'm going to say this. I will never say or think that I know NQ like the back of my hand. Like, no, I just know its characteristics. And I use its characteristics to kind of give me an idea of what I believe is possibly going to do based on those characteristics. So I'm not saying I have the crystal ball. I'm just saying, hey, based on me watching this ticker for so long, I've seen this before. That's it. So just keep that in mind. So we'll jump back to question of the day. I think that was a good one. And just remember this, something my grandfather used to always tell me. And it's funny how these lessons when you're young, they come back in your adulthood, right? That you learn, right? My grandfather one day he hit me up. He was like, grandson, what's integrity? I was probably like 7 years old. He's like, what's integrity? I don't know. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm looking at him. He could tell I don't know what I'm talking about, but he was going somewhere with this, right? So what, grandson, what's integrity? And I'm looking at him in his eyes and I'm like, I don't don't know. I don't know, Grandpa. I don't know. He goes, remember, grandson, integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. Think about that. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. That's integrity. So we're going to apply that to trading. That question, would you break your rules to take a trade if nobody was watching? We're talking about integrity, right? Because ain't nobody around, nobody to check you. You know, want to tell you, yo, what you doing? You know, you don't do that. Like, it's just you and the chart. So exercise integrity. It goes back to treating trading as a business. Integrity is important. Remember, integrity is what? Doing the right thing when nobody is looking. It's very, very, very important for yourself. Have self-integrity. That's having self-respect, having self-love. You need to apply that to trading. It's very important. Just because ain't nobody around to tell you, hey, what you doing, don't mean you just jump in a trade. You know what I mean? Once again, we're exercising what? Professional acumen, business acumen. We're treating trading as a business. It's our business. We're protecting our capital. You know what I'm saying? We're making sure we keep our ammunition intact so we can live to trade another day. These are the things that are important. All of these things tie in together. They're like little links. They're like little chain links on a chain. One of the chain links pop, the whole chain is messed up now. You got to have every link intact for that chain to continue staying what? In motion. It's the same thing with the chain links of psychology. Like all of these things go together. They're like little dominoes. We all had the little domino thing where we set the dominoes up, hit one, and then brrr, they all go. It's the same thing. If one of those dominoes are not intact and you hit, it's only going to go so far and it's not going to continue on. You want to make sure you have continuation with your psychology, right? So all these links got to line up. And that's all part of it. And I stress this. I stress it. Trading is our business. Take care of your business. Straight up. You're in business to what? To make money. Saying you look too young to be a grandpa. Absolutely. But my grandpa, that's one thing he used to say all the time, man. And that's something that just has stuck with me all my life. All my life that has stuck with me. Like all these things that I learned from my grandparents, like it's just stuck with me. You know what I mean? And those things help me right now in life. Like I even tell other, like I have a nephew and two nieces. Like I hit them up with it. My sons hit them up with it. My little young cousins, the kids of my cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like I hit them up with it. Like, hey, what's integrity? Like those are just good life lessons. These are things that you take with you throughout life and they help you. They help you navigate life because we all know there's no handbook on life, right? When we graduated high school, our parents didn't say, hey, son or daughter, read this book and life is going to be perfect. It's going to be okay. Didn't work like that. Does not work like that. So with that said, that's just one of the things that I stick with. Remember, integrity is doing the right thing when nobody is looking. Always remember that. So we're going to jump back on the charts. We're going to see price looks like we're getting some momentum. Look like we might be breaking out this reversal zone. Now, someone can say, Trend, if you stood in that trade, you would have been profitable. True that. But the probability wasn't there. News was coming. That's all too iffy to me. There's no, how would I say, there's no, nothing is factual factual meaning like your biases and all those things once you get into a trade. But for me, the probability wasn't there and it wasn't the best opportune time. You know what I'm saying? For me to place that trade. It was best for me to just cancel my order and just, stay out the market. Let it do what it do. I don't care about all of that. Guess what? I got trade tomorrow. I can trade on Friday. I got next week. Like, I'm not worried about it. I don't have to trade. My accounts are safe. My accounts ain't in jeopardy. My accounts are safe. That's the main thing. My ammunition is ready. It's tucked. I'm cock loaded. So whenever that high probability trade does come around, boom, I'm in it. So I don't like all this. I don't like all this. I just don't. And that's just, and it's not because I don't like it. I'm not putting my feelings or emotions into it. I don't like it because, once again, going back to the characteristics that I've seen for the past 2 years, like NQ will do this. I mean, yeah, hey, boom, it went up. For anyone that may have took it and they want to hold and all that, that's cool if that's how you trade. I don't. I need high probability, and I need to see some clear real estate to get to my target. Absolutely. Life lessons can be carried over to all aspects of life. You better believe it. I'm telling you, all those discipline life lessons, those integrity life lessons, I've been applying those to trading that I've learned from when I was young. So absolutely, Morbid Drifter, great point. And I would say, like, for y'all, for the life lessons that you guys have learned, like, take those, apply those to trading. They're going to help your trading. Remember, everything is psychological in trading. It's psychological. It's technical. It ain't just some clicks. Like, we can click. Like, it's easy. Like, I can go in here. I can hit this trade button. I can go up. I can hit my plus button. I can get in a trade, like, real quick. You can show somebody how to get in a trade. You can show an 8-year-old how to get in a trade, like, lickety split, like, quick. But what about all the other variables that go with entering the trade and why you enter it, where your stop loss goes, where's your target, all those things, price action, time of day, news, just all those things. Like, those are the things that matter. Discipline, not over leveraging. Like, why you trading 3 minis? Like, what's that about? That's ridiculous. No need to do that. You know what I mean? That's not exercising good account protection. That's not exercising good discipline. So all those things are really, truly what matters. And those are the things that I harp on. I focus on those because I know as long as we keep those intact, y'all, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. It's going to prevent you from doing so many things, prevent you from creating bad habits. It's going to prevent you from taking trades you don't need to take. It's going to let you know when you need to stay out the market, all of that stuff, all those things. And that's what we need. Kind of have to trade with TF accounts at least until you get your first payout. Otherwise, you keep having to pay for the accounts. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the other thing too. When you have great point, Morbid Drifter. I'm gonna add on to that because that's what we're talking about. When you have prop firm accounts and you have those subscriptions, think about it. Goes back to, I don't remember what episode it was when we talked about one trade is better than 5 emotional trades. Like, imagine if you just had these good trades, like maybe you took a trade on Monday, you didn't take another one till maybe like Thursday, then maybe you didn't take one to the next following week, but all these trades had high probability and they were successful. You're going to pass that. You're going to pass your, or if not pass your, well, not pass your evals, some evals, but speaking on TEF, you're going to get to your payment threshold. You got there slow, but guess what? Slow is good. Slow is good. We're going to talk about that. Slow is good. Slow is good. You ain't got to, don't try to rush it. Because if you're rushing it, what does that mean? You're not exercising discipline. You're not exercising, the best trading psychology. You're not, because rushing it, you ain't getting high probability setups rushing trades. That just doesn't not go together. Because think about it. Trading is boring, right? In a sense, right? It's boring in a sense of not boring like, oh, bored trading. Boring in a sense of we have to sit here and be patient and wait. We have to wait. And that can be a little boring. Not that trading is boring, but there are some components in trading that can make it boring. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Slow and steady always wins the race. Always. And that's how I trade my accounts. Slow and steady. We're in 3 days today. We're at the third trading day of the week, right? Today is Wednesday. And I've traded twice. I traded Monday, made some bread on Monday. I believe it was Monday. Yeah, Monday we made some bread. Yesterday, we had a non-profitable trade, but still my accounts are intact. Today I'm not trading. Tomorrow, we don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. Hopefully we have some better real estate. Who knows? We might get a good trade, but I just wait on the setup. I don't care about having a trade every day. I don't even look at any of those factors. I keep it simple. And that's how you want to develop your trading game and your trading style. That's how you want to do it. So let's go ahead on and we'll jump to this tip of the day. Let's talk about this tip of the day. This tip of the day I got is a pretty cool one. And like I said, I love the question and the tip of the day to marry and mirror each other. So tip of the day is, I thought this was a really, really good one. Tip of the day is trading slower often makes you more money. Shout out to what Serena said. It's like y'all reading my mind right now. I don't know what's going on over there, y'all. Like y'all reading my mind. But yeah, trading slower often makes you more money. Why? Okay, so let's talk about that. Trading slow, right? Okay. So, with trading slow, I'm gonna pull something up real quick. Where are we at? We are here. All right. So, trading slow often makes you more money because, for one, when you trade slow, you know what that does? It improves your entry precision. Think about that. Trading slow improves your entry precision. Meaning, when we're sitting there and we ain't trying to rush nothing, we taking our time. I call that sniper entries. Because think about a sniper, right? They sit up on a hill and they'll sit there for hours, days, and just wait for that right shot. But I'm telling you, when they fire off, it's a kill shot every time. Kill shot every time. Same thing in trading, right? Taking your time improves your entry precision. Think about slower decisions, reduce impulse errors, right? Because if you're taking it slow, you're not so impulsive to be like, oh, I got to get in a trade. Think about it. How would I say, you've created an aura within your thinking, right? Because you're taking your time. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the best entry. I'm not gonna take every time my strategy pop up. Like I'm gonna wait for the best entry on my strategy. And if there's something about it don't even look good, I'm a pass. And think about it. Fast trading often equals what? Poor structure alignment, meaning like if you're rushing, there's no structure, right? A structure alignment, meaning like you're not waiting for your different confluences to line up. We're speaking about trading. You're not waiting for your different confluences to line up because you're rushing. You see a little something, you're like, oh, I'm getting in. Oh, take your time. Take your time. Remember, discipline compounds profits. Not rushing. Not a lack of discipline. Lack of discipline, you're not about to compound profits. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. I'll take that Pepsi challenge any day of the week. For real. I can promise you, if you're rushing, you're not about to compound no profits. It does not work in trading. Does not work like that. That may work in some other facet of life, but we're talking about trading. It does not work like that. Remember, discipline compounds profits. Fast trading equals poor structure alignment. Take your time. Take your time. So I'm going to ask y'all, are y'all trading fast or are y'all trading smart? Take your time, baby girl. That's what's up. That's what's up, Melanie. For real. Take your time. So let me know in the chat. Are y'all trading fast or y'all trading smart? Because trading smart means trading slow. Let me know in the chat. One word. Fast or smart? Y'all let me know. Fast or smart? Fast or smart? Let me know in the chat, y'all. Are y'all trading fast or you're trading smart? Smart meaning slow. Absolutely. Rushing gives you FOMO. Absolutely. It's so many things that can go wrong when you rush, right? Even in life, right? Don't be rushing anything. Take your time. The only time you rushing is when you got to get, when you made it a little late to the airport and you rushing through the airport to you know what I'm saying, to get through security and get to your flight. That's when you rush. But in trading, that's right. We want to trade smart. We want to trade slow. Take your time. Remember, trading slower often makes you more money. Used to be fast, right? I'm glad. Key word in that phrase, Melanie. Used to be fast. I trade extremely slow, probably too slow, but smart. Now ain't no such thing as too slow. Because, I'm going to tell you why, D Young. Smart. I love it, Kika Bug. I'm going to tell you why, D Young. There's no such thing as too slow. No, there's no probably too slow. I'm going to explain to you why. Right now, to you, it may seem like you're trading very slow, right? You're new to this. As you get better, think about anything that we started doing, no matter what it is. When we got better at it, the repetition got better, we tend to be a little bit more quicker, right? Not that we're trading fast, but the probably too slow what you're thinking is right where you need to be right now. Extremely slow. That's amazing. I'm telling you, that's not a bad thing. That's a great thing. Keep it extremely slow. Because as long as you're keeping it extremely slow, guess what? Your accounts are safe, capital is safe, you're exercising professional acumen, you're exercising business acumen, you're exercising discipline, you're not allowing yourself to get into this mindset of you gotta, take a trade so quickly, or I gotta get in a trade. Like you're allowing yourself to see that proper setup, wait for it to happen, take that sniper entry, and take your time. This ain't no rush thing. Take your time. So that extremely slow, that's a good thing. D Young, that's a good thing. So I got a couple of smarts. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got like 5 smarts, but 6 smarts. Small consistency, small consistent wins. Absolutely, Serena. Absolutely. Yeah. So let me know, y'all. I know we got more than 5 people on the live. Y'all let me know. Smart or fast? One word. Just type it in there. Let me know. I'm trying to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we keep our psychology intact. That's what I'm here for. So this is what I would say. Chasing trades destroys your risk to reward. That would be trading fast. You're chasing. Chasing trades destroys your risk to reward. There will always be another pullback. There will always be another trend. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, Elevated Veggies. That's what's up, Twilight. I like how you said that, working on smart. That's right, man. Hold yourself accountable. I love that. Hold yourself accountable. That's what's up. You're working on being, hey, we all had to work on that. I didn't have that. When I started my trading career 2 years ago, you would have seen me trading. You would have been like, dang, bro. Like, what you doing? Like, for real. Like, had to learn. I had to learn. I took some tough lessons too, but guess what? I'm here now. Like I said, there will always be another pullback. There will always be another trend. Protect your capital, wait for structure. You know what I mean? Hey, I need some help. What you need help with, Toure? But just remember that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Protect your capital, wait for structure. If you were disciplined today, drop patience in the chat for me, y'all. One word, patience. If you were disciplined today, drop patience. I'm going to drop patience because I was disciplined today. So I'm going to even follow my own lead. Straight up. Patience. I can drop it. I was patient today. I was disciplined today. Drop patience in the chat if you were disciplined today. Let me know. Jump back to see what's going on over. Let me see what's going on over here. I have my notes up for y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep it rocking. All right, okay. We got a little patience. That's what's up. That's what's up, Jacob. Patience. That's what's up, Antonio. Patience. Yeah, now we got a little, it broke this. Now we got some clear direction, but unfortunately, my the strategy that I would take is invalid because these price already had hit these daily levels. That's why I was going to take it from down here because that really made more sense. Got to work on, that's what's up, Melanie. Got to work on trading slow and smart. I blew 2 accounts trading fast and FOMOing. Absolutely, Mike. That's what's up, Kika Bug. Patience. Hey, Mike, that's what I do like though. Think about blown accounts. Those blown accounts, those are, you take those as lessons. That's what's up, Donna. Patience. You take those as lessons. You know what I'm saying? And at least you can say I blew 2 accounts trading fast and FOMOing. So think about this. You're already 50% there because you already identified the problem, right? Anytime that we need to correct anything, is the first thing we have to do is what? Identify the problem. If we can't identify the problem, then we don't know what we need, what the solution is. We don't know what we need to fix or grow from or do better at. So just because you blew the accounts, okay, that's one thing. But you knew that what? You were trading fast and you were FOMOing. So with that said, you're 50% there. I think my strategy requires more drawdown. All right, cool. We'll talk about that, Torre. Let me finish this point, and I'm gonna jump back to you. Yeah. So, you understanding what you're doing that could be sabotaging your trading game. You know what I'm saying? Is identifying the problem. So once you identify the problem, I always tell everyone you are 50% there. You identify the problem. The other 50% is implementing a solution and being consistent with that solution. And you have corrected, you have grew from that bad habit, problem, issue, whatever word that you want to put on it. You know what I mean? You've grown from that. That's what's up, Morbid Drifter. Patience. That's what's up. That's how we correct these trading habits, bad habits, issues, whatever you want to call it. That's what you have to do. You have to identify what's going on first. So that's 50% of the battle won. So that's how you overcome those inconsistencies in your trading game. Period. Straight up. We got a little action now. Got a price look like it's moving, but for the strategies that I trade, advice on holding your trade to full TP. I would definitely say that depends on your strategy, and how well you've back tested the strategy to understand how well the strategy works. Because sometimes holding to full TP ain't always a good thing. That's what's up, Torre. Patience. Thank you, bro. Yeah, sometimes that's not always a good thing. There are times I hold to full TP, and there are times where I'll trim my position and I'll bank some of that because I believe in that too. Bank some of that position and then let the runner run to full TP. You can do that as well. To me, that's more of a safer strategy. To address what you were saying, Torre, what Super Spaceman say? I got to get better at believing in my research and my data that I collect, but each little chip of a win gives me more confidence each day when I stick to my research. Absolutely. That's why it's so important to be on top of that. That's why it's so important to be on top of that, to be on top of your research, your back testing, your demo trading, you know what I'm saying? Being on top of news, those kinds of things. So going back to you, Torre, you said, I think my strategy requires more drawdown. This is what I would say, and I ain't calling you out, but we keep it real on here, right? That statement when you said, I think my strategy requires more drawdown, lets me know that you need to back test your strategy some more. Need to go back 3 years, on your chart. Literally, you can do this on TradingView, depending on the subscription you have. If you don't have the premium subscription on TradingView, it won't allow you to do it, but you can go to FX Replay. It's $30 a month. To me, I think it's the best $30 that you could spend. Once again, it's a tool, and it's a tool that's going to help you be super, super, super executable with your trade entries and that strategy. So whatever you want to do, what I'm saying is go back 3 years with your strategy and back test it. Start there. You have to do that. Once you do that, you're going to demo trade it, right? But once you do that, I can guarantee you will know, Torre, if your strategy requires more drawdown. The reason why you don't know that is because you need more historical data. That's what you need. And the reason why we go back 3 years, let me explain. Someone will be like, dang, 3 years? Like, yeah, go back 3 years. You don't have to. Your strategies, first of all, you shouldn't be trading all day. And your strategies, you should be trading your strategies at particular times of the day. If you're going to go from like market open to maybe 2 hours after that, like for me, it's 7:30. It's an hour after market open. Usually my strategies, if they're going to show themselves, they already show themselves. My setups. And by this time, I'm either done made my bread or I'm done for the day. And pretty much for me, I'm done for the day. So let me just do my traditional log out, BAP, done. But I'm gonna stay on the charts, but I'm logged out of my accounts. I'm done for the day. There's no trades that I'm taking. But going back to what I was saying, like back test your strategy, Torre. Like seriously, put the work in. Put the work in, brother. It's gonna pay you tenfolds. And I'm not telling y'all anything that I didn't do or that I wouldn't do. Everything that I explained to y'all is what I've done. That's how I was taught. So it ain't my way. It's the way that I was taught, and I'm just sharing that with y'all. And I can tell you, it helped. 3 years, even when my coach and mentor said that, I was like, dang, 3 years. Like I didn't think like that was a lot, but in my mind, I was like, dang, 3 years. I was like, that's a lot, but I'm gonna do it. So, also too, you know what it's gonna do? Not only is it gonna give you past historical data on that strategy, but what else it's going to do, it's going to let you know how well your strategy was performing, because we've been through a couple of administrations, right? So you can kind of gauge that. The reason why I was saying FX replay, to jump back to that point, is because in FX replay, it keeps account of all of your back testing. So in FX replay, you can put your different strategies in there, and it will definitely like keep account on everything. It'll tell you like when your best days was that you traded, like the times. Like, man, it gives you so much different kind of analytics where it literally helps you dial in on that strategy. That's the other reason why I like FX replay. And 30 or 35, I said 30, and maybe $35. Excuse me. Either way, the best $35 you're gonna spend. Remember, this is your business, right? In business, you got to pay for marketing. You got to market your business, right? You got to have tools. You know what I'm saying? So bam, like you got to do that. You know, it's good to have that. Back testing might seem so boring, but me back testing got me my biggest payout of 30K. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's practice. That's why I said that. LOL, I back tested it 2 years back, and I would win more if I increased my drawdown, but I risk more though. So I'm at a standstill. Okay. Have to invest in your business. Yes. So Torre, what I would say is, sounds like you're over leveraging. Just start with micros, man. I encourage everybody, start with micros. Just trade like 5 micros. It's half a mini. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. I eat off micros. There's only one strategy where I trade a mini. That's an overnight strategy that I trade. But my normal intraday trading, I trade 5. I'm a micro king. Look at it. Disapprove. Look. What'd I say? MNQ. MNQ. I'm a micro king. Because guess what? I know I'm not over leveraging, and it allows my accounts to stay safe. So when my accounts take a hit, it's a graze wound. It ain't a headshot, meaning the blown account. Absolutely. Yeah, go back 3 years. And then like bring that leverage down, bro. Bring it down. Like seriously, bring it down, man. Protect your accounts. That's important. It's very important. Protect your accounts. You ain't got to go, I don't know what you're trading. Well, I'm asking, what you trading? I'm assuming you're trading minis. If you're trading any more than one mini, you're over leveraging, brother. Straight up, you're over leveraging. And like I said, that's not me coming down on you. I'm talking to you, like I would talk to my family, y'all my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you, I want to give you that advice to help you, to save your accounts. We're here to make money. We ain't here to go backwards. We're here to build. So yeah, if you're trading anything more than one mini, like you don't need to trade nothing more than one mini. That's a lot. I mean, if your account can handle it, cool. But I would say, man, error on the side of caution. Go down to 5 micros. You could even do this. You could trade 6 micros, trim your position at 5. You ain't got to even take it at full TP. Trim your position at 5, bank it like $300, $400, $500, $600, and then let that last micro runner run. Just let it run and just watch it and just let it run. See what it does. Move your stop loss just above break even and let it go. And just let it go. If it comes back and hits your stop loss, having it right above break even will allow you to still have a little bit of money there because you have your stop loss just above break even, to where it'll at least pay for the fees for that last micro, that last runner, that runner that you had. That's how you do that. That's very, very true, Serena. Nah, right. No, you're right. I trade NQGC. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, like, man, just trade micros. It's nothing wrong with trading micros. It don't mean nothing. Like, don't get in your head about it. Don't let nobody tell you, like, so what? Yeah, I trade micros. I protect my account. Yeah, I don't have no problem telling people I trade micros. I am the micro king. I wear that badge on my chest with pride. But guess what? Last year, and this ain't no brag. This is because of my discipline. I blew 4 accounts last year. The whole year, 4 accounts. And I'm going to tell you, I was amazed. But you know what I learned? Dang, bro. When you exercise discipline, it shows. I blew 4 accounts last year. 4. Think about that. The whole year, 4 accounts. People blow 4 accounts in one day. My discipline was intact. Straight up. Absolutely, man. You're welcome, brother. That's what I'm here for, man. Like I want to keep it. I'm going to always keep the information real and relevant. Like I want y'all to know these things because these are the things that help me with my accounts. Seriously. Like just trade them micros, man. They ain't nothing. Get that micro bread. So just to speak on the micro thing, right? The owner of Apex was talking. It was an interview that my mentor had shot to me. Micro Master. There you go. I'm the Micro King. You the Micro Master. Hey, I love it. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. And I'm telling you, I promise you, man, you're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference. You're going to see a difference. I guarantee you. Just do it. Even when you're demo trading. Remember, demo trade the exact same way that you would live trade. So if you're going to live trade with the micros, you demo trade in. Remember, your demo trading environment should mimic your live environment with everything, your entries, everything. But going back to what I was stating about that interview with the owner of Apex, he stated in the interview, based on when they do their audits on all of the accounts, what they've come to understand, the traders that take the most payouts are the ones that trade the smallest, that they trade the smallest, how would I say, the smallest leverage. They're trading micros. That's what he said. They're trading micros. Yep. And they have small accounts. Not all of them are, but most of them are. Like everyone is trading smaller leverage and smaller accounts. He said those are the ones that are taking that from their audits, those are the ones that are getting the most payouts. What does that say? When I heard that, it just like reconfirmed why my coach and mentor told me, like, bro, stay on their micros. Now, my coach and mentor, he don't even touch micros, but he's seasoned though, right? He's 7 years in the game, probably 8 years now. Like he can afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? When we get to 7, 8 years in our career, yeah, we probably at some point I'm probably gonna end up graduating to minis, but I ain't there yet. And that's cool. Whenever that time comes, it's come. I'm not, and let me say this, I don't have no predicted out, I don't have like no predicted time out in the future when, oh yeah, by this time, I'm gonna be trading minis. Like, nah, I don't even know when that's gonna be. I'm sure it'll come, but I don't have no predetermined time. I'm trading my micros, and I guess for me, it's when I feel comfortable. When I start noticing, yo, I've been trading micros for the last, 3-4 years. All right, let me jump onto some minis and see what it do. I don't trade YM, Torre. I only trade NQ. I only trade one ticker. And that's the thing I was going to tell you too, because you said you trade gold and you trade NQ. I would say you can trade multiple tickers, but I'm saying, remember, we're all in the beginning of our careers, right? Stick with one ticker. Stick with one. Stick with one. Work on that one. Get your strategy for that one ticker, because certain strategies only work with certain tickers. Certain strategies don't work with other tickers. You know why? Because every ticker, every instrument ticker, same thing, moves different. The characteristics are different. It's like, think about it. We've all had different girlfriends, different boyfriends, right? Just think about them. Like, We had a girlfriend, her favorite color is red. We had another girlfriend, she don't like colors at all. She like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving an analogy. Your boyfriend, one of them may like horror movies, the other one may like comedies. Like, everyone is different. You know, those very different. So you can't, the same strategy you have ain't gonna work. You might have a partner that loves the outdoors, so going hiking and kayaking, that's right up their alley. Then you have one that don't even want to touch the outdoors. You know what I'm saying? They don't like that, you know, water sports and, you know, outside with bugs, and it's just normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's normal. But from an analogy perspective, like, these instruments are the same. Gold don't move like NQ. NQ don't move like gold. None of them move the same. You can just go back on your charts. You can do this. You can go in and you can prove me wrong if you think you could. And I'm not saying that's what you're trying to do, but I'm saying, like, go fact check it. Open up your charts. Go on like the 5-minute or like the 15 minutes, so you can see like a good range of time, and just go to each ticker and you can see, like, they move different. They don't move the same. The only thing that looks the same is each individual candle on the chart. Other than that, they move totally different. So just keep that in mind. I have a 5-minute NQ strategy and a scalping strategy. Well, I would say one at a time, bro. It's just like learning one ticker, one strategy at a time. So take the strategy that you think is, are you scalping strategy for gold? Okay. So when you're back testing gold, use your scalping strategy, go back 3 years, do that one, get all your historical data, boom. With NQ, use your 5-minute NQ strategy, 3 years in time. 3 years in time on the back testing, do some demo trading, get some historical data, use FX Replay, because then FX Replay like journals everything for you, and it keeps all of those analytics, and then you can look at those analytics, and then you can be like, okay, my strategy, hypothetically speaking, works very well on these days. Dang, on Fridays, I had a lot of losses on Fridays, or I had a lot of losses on Wednesdays, or Tuesdays, I had a 70% win rate on Tuesdays. These are the analytics that you need. Then you start understanding how this ticker moves. You know what I'm saying? So you know certain days, certain times, all of those things matter. So I encourage all of you to do that. That's what I did. And once you start doing it, you don't have to stop back testing. Once you go back and you back test a strategy for 3 years, you don't have to do it again. You need to just do it that one time. Then you have all that compiled historical data, and then boom, then you go forward. Then what you do to just keep your skills honed in, remember, this is a skill, right? We got to keep our skills sharp. It's like a knife, right? After so long, if you don't sharpen up your knife, it's going to be dull. Same thing with our skills. If you don't keep your skills sharp, they'll dull out. Like, ain't no diamond hands. I don't care how well you know the strategy, how long you've been trading it, but it's good to still back test. Juvier still back tests to this day. Literally, he puts in a lot of hours back testing. He'll tell you that. And he's made millions of dollars in trading, but he still back tests. What does that tell you? Somebody keeping their skills sharp. So remember, just do that and keep them separate. And I will always say, focus on one ticker at a time. One ticker at a time and one strategy. Don't be strategy hopping all over the place. This week you tried a strategy, it didn't do well for you, so you jump into another one. That's why you have to back test. That is the main reason why you back test, because if when you back test a strategy, you won't be strategy hopping. I can promise you that. So all of these things that I tell y'all, they lead into other aspects of your trading foundation and your trading style and game. So just keep that in mind. So let me jump back to the tip of the day. So once again, trading slower often makes you more money. That's something that we want to take away today. That's our takeaway for today. Trading slower often makes you more money. It's a reason why it does. It's a reason why it does. And let me jump to my little talking points. Because going back to what I was saying, like, you're training your psychological discipline, right? That's what we're trying to do here. Every day we're talking about things where we want to just reinforce how we think, because how we think plays probably 90% into our trading game. The 10% is just clicking around and all the other stuff. The trading psychology is the biggest aspect that we have to shape and understand and continue to train.
every day. And it also reinforces our risk management. That's what this builds. Trading slower reinforces your risk management and trains your psychological discipline. That's what we're trying to do. That is the main focus here. We want to make sure that every day we are reinforcing risk management and training our psychological discipline, period. I'm more profitable. What you mean, Torre? You're more profitable what, when you're trading slow? I would only have to believe that. I would only have to believe that. I know one thing, you ain't more profitable trading fast. No one. Yeah, do micro, man. Do micro, brother. I ain't gonna lead. I'm not gonna lead you astray. Do micros. And don't get in. Some people get in their mind, well, it moves too slow. The money moves too slow. Okay. Yeah. Guess what? Just as well as it moves slow in profits, it also moves slow when you're non-profitable too. So what are you doing? You're reinforcing your risk management. You're protecting your capital. You're protecting your ammunition. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to focus on. Those things. Don't worry about making profits. We talked about this yesterday or the day before, or maybe last week. I'm sorry. Maybe it was last week. But remember, it was last week. We talked about protecting capital, and we talked about how protecting your capital is more important than actually making the money. So that's what's important, right? Making money doesn't come before protecting capital, because without no capital, you can't make no money. You know what I'm saying? So there it is. But with that said, y'all got anything for me? Y'all got anything for me? Literally in my head. And your hands don't get clammy. That's the truth. That is the truth without prejudice. That is the truth. Because you know what? You know why that happens? Because we rushing. We ain't taking our time. It's like we're pressured. When you rushing, you put all unnecessary kind of pressure on yourself. You don't have to do that, but that's a darn good point. Less stress. Absolutely. Absolutely, Donna. Less stress. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it don't move well enough for me. Yeah. But think about it. That's just you in your head. All of us, anyone that thinks, well, I'm not trading micros because it don't move fast. Okay. Just like it moves fast to profit, it's about to move fast to non-profit too. You're going to be taking huge losses. You're going to be taking huge losses. Drop down to 5 micros. You're like, whoa, okay, this is doable. I can do this. I'm trading slower. Yeah, instead of making 1,200, I might be making 500, 600. That's okay. Bro, where can you go and make $600 sitting on your butt with some clicks? I'll wait. Where can we go and do that? Nowhere. Sit on your butt, chilling, some clicks, and making some bread, and making some substantial bread. Like, where can you go and do that? Nowhere. Not legally. I'm talking about legally, like cool, calm. You could pay bills. You could actually fund your whole life off trading. You get good at it. You ain't never got to leave the house. When you leave the house, you go jump in your nice whip. You stay in a nice place. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom. Like, this is a very lucrative skill. It's a financial skill that is, you know what I'm saying, to take you far. And then as you become better, guess what? You can always move up to 1 mini. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying, like, are we really there yet? I'm not. I've been 2 years in the game. I'm profitable, but I've been profitable off micros. I can tell you. I was getting people that know me trading, that know there's people in the chat, and there's people that are in the trading, you know, communities with me. They'll tell you, like, I get it in with the micros. Yeah. That's why you always notice I'm trading the max accounts. I'm always copy trading. That's where the power is for me, right? Now I'm trading, like, just imagine if I just had one account and I'm trading micros. I'm still going to make some bread. I make 300 to 500 in a trade, 700. But just think like last week when we hit the trade, we did like 780 on that trade, right? That was in 13 accounts. Now, 3 of them were evals, but 10 of them were sim fundeds. So just think, I made 7,300 in one day. Come on, man. Micros. So micros ain't bad. You can eat off micros. If you have 5 accounts and you made 300, that's 1,500 in one day. Where can you do that? Sitting on your butt at home with some clicks on your phone, wherever you trade from. I don't trade on my phone. That's just me. I like trading from my desktop. I like to have my screens. I like to have all the real estate so I can see everything. I like my screens up. I got a bunch of screens here. I have a main screen here that you see me broadcasting from, but then I also have 2 screens above it. I have another gaming laptop that I do my copy trading on. I have a screen for that as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just like the real estate. Now, with that said, micros, man. Micro. D Young, one micro ain't bad, bro. Don't let all that, don't let none of that get in your head about, it's just one micro and it don't move that, you know, that fast. Oh well, you got to start somewhere, period. You know what I mean? And it's good to start in that place, because what are you doing? Once again, training your psychological discipline. You are reinforcing your risk management. You're not over leveraging. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Wait, what you mean? Saving 800 off of micros? Yeah. So check this out, Toure. So last week, or that might have been Monday or Friday. I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. Because Friday was my surgery. I didn't trade. It was Monday. So Monday, I got in a trade, 13 accounts. 3 of those accounts were evals. 10 of them were sim funded. I made 784, roughly. Like, when you copy trade, all of them are not going to be the same price. It's just the way that it is. Like, some will be like, they'll be like $1 off or a couple bucks off, you know, high or low. So I made an average. We'll just say I made an average of like $780 on a trade. That was in 10 accounts. I'm not counting the evals. I'm counting my sim fundeds. So in those 10 accounts, I made 7,800 one day. Right. Now imagine if it was just 300. We're gonna take it modest, right? Let's say I made 300 in 10 accounts. That was 3 bands. Let's say I made $150. I'm still cool with that. I made in 10 accounts, I made $1,500 in one day. Like, come on, man. Like, you can keep dumbing down the numbers as long as when you're copy trading, that's where the power is. The power is not in the amount of money you make, it's the amount of accounts that you trade. That's why I love copy trading. That's a conversation for a whole nother day. I'm just giving you something, you know, just giving you some game. That's all, just giving you something to think about. You know, we'll all get there. I'm not saying everybody go run out and go buy a bunch of accounts and copy trade. You'll know when to get there. Multiple, yes. Meaning you have 10 accounts, you're trading in one, and the other accounts are following that account. Yes, absolutely, Toure. Yes, copy trading. You're copy trading your own. You're copy trading. You have your other accounts are following the one account that you're trading in. That's going to be the account up on your chart, and all your other accounts will follow that. They're all in a trade at the same time. And the profits are mirroring. Like yesterday, I lost, the trade was non-profitable, went against me. It was a $384 loss. That was on 10 accounts, so I lost 3,800. No big deal. No harm, no foul. I was calm, cool, collected, no big deal. I wasn't even worried about it. It is what it is. It was a business expense. I paid some bills that day, yesterday. That's how I look at it. Small hits on multiple accounts. Of course, that's how you win. Look, if the owner of a prop firm says that the most of the people, what if you lose? That's what I just told you. I lost yesterday. Yeah, you lose. I lost $384 in each one of those accounts. But guess what? My accounts are still safe. Still safe. I had a $7,800 hit the day before, and I had a $3,800. He said, "Oh, okay, never mind." Yeah, and I had a $3,800 non-profitable day the day after. That's okay. It happens. It happens. I've seen that. When you copy trade, you adjust your stop loss and TP on TradingView. I thought it could only be done straight through trade. Nah, because I have a copy trader. And that's something we'll get into. Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all some game. We building. I can't give too much, you know, I don't want to throw all this stuff at y'all. Like, let's build on the psychology, let's get that going, and then we're gonna start enhancing that. Like, I have a whole structure of how I'm gonna do it, because I want y'all to, you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be I want you to be proficient. Like, I don't believe in just throwing everything at you. Like, I'm pacing it just the same way my coach and mentor paced me. Like, he gave me all the psychology things and all those like back tests. Learn that. The first thing he told me, stay on the charts every day and learn that instrument. This was 2024. Guess what? 2 micros is a great start. 2 micros is a great start. Torre, 2 micros is a great start. Yeah. So he told me that's the first thing he said, learn the ticker. And the analogy that I gave you about treat it like your girl or your guy, that's the same thing he told me. He said, when you meet someone, because think about it, when I was just meeting NQ, right? He's like, when you meet someone, you learn all their likes or dislikes, what kind of movies they like, what kind of music they like to listen to, what kind of food they like. It's the same thing. Same thing with these tickers. Like, learn them, understand them, how they move. So I was blessed enough to where I had quit my job. Y'all know my story. You can hit episode 1 and you'll know my story. I had quit my job and I had nothing but time. That's all I did. I would be on the charts all day, not trading, watching. And remember, you learn more watching than you do anything else. I just watched and just wrote stuff down that I saw like, oh, and then I started seeing these characteristics like, oh, I remember seeing this before over here. I remember that. Yeah. And then I would look and I wasn't really even journaling. I was really just writing stuff down. I didn't even know how to journal at that point, but I was just taking notes. Like, like you're someone speaking, you're in class and you're taking notes on a particular subject. I was just taking notes on just things that I was seeing. And I was like, man, these little green and red boxes, like price loves to go into that. Those green and red boxes are the fair value gaps. I was like, I was like, man, I noticed that price always goes into that. And then it goes, it's like, wow, like it'll go in one direction. It'll create the little red or green boxes depending on direction, but then price will go into that and then it'll go. I'm like, man, like, wow, okay. Like, so I just started learning it. And that's what I would, I'm encouraging y'all to do. Like, let's build on the foundation, one thing at a time. And we'll definitely get into the copy trading. But don't have to copy every trade, right? Well, me, I copy it. I copy every. You don't have to copy every trade to answer your question. Me, I do. Because my ideology is this. Whatever I can do in one account, I can do in 10 if I'm copy trading. That was just my ideology. Even when I was trying to pass evals, I'm like, why would I just try to pass one? I'm gonna get the max and I'm gonna pass 5. Yeah, it's gonna cost me more money, but I was blessed enough that I could afford it. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's pretty much how I, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty much how I, how I thought. I'm like, I'm not gonna just trade one account and pass one eval and then trade another account and pass. I'm gonna go with the max. If I can have 5 or whatever I can have, I'm going to buy the max accounts. I'm going to trade in one account. I'm going to copy trade the rest. So when I pass one account, I'm passing 10. That's how I did with it. That's how I did it when I was trading Apex. I was only 20 at a time. I never traded less than 20. People that know me will tell you, no cap. It was 20 at a time. But the thing about that is when I blew one account, I blew 20. It is what it is. But I was determined to pass them 20, and I finally got them passed. And then I got to my performance accounts, my sim fundeds, and that's how I started really seeing some real money. So that's, like I said, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm, just want to just share, and we building. Remember, we're building. You know what I'm saying? We're building. You know what I mean? When we think about it, when we on a long drive, we don't just get to your destination, right? It's a bunch of roads you got to go through. You got to maybe hit some tolls. You got to get off this highway, hit this other highway. Like, you got to do things to get there. We're going to take our steps to get there. And I'm going to make sure that I guide y'all correctly. I don't want y'all to be jumping the gun too quick. You know what I'm saying? Let's work on the psychology first. That's what's important. Let's get our psychology intact, because we get that intact, I promise you, Lord is my witness, the bread going to come. You ain't going to have to look for the bread. It's going to come. Trust me, it's going to come. That's last. People think the bread is first. That's last. Let's get all these other technical things out of the way, this discipline, this risk management, this over leverage. Let's get all of that out the way. And once we get that intact and we got that foundation, that money going to come. But yeah, man. Tell me, man. Hit me up in the chat, man. Tell me how y'all feel about today, man. About what y'all learned, what y'all anything that y'all took away from the day. I want to know, like, do y'all think I gave y'all some good value today, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to provide value. You know what I'm saying? Like, taking trades and all that is cool. We're gonna take live trades, but I'm here to provide value. You know what I mean? So if you feel like I provided value today, man, just drop a T in the chat for Trent. Just drop a T in the chat. If you felt I gave you value today, drop a T in the chat. Drop a T in the chat. I went a little over time today. It's all good. 8% line. Keep me up, Serena. 8% line. Let me go grab it real quick. And we'll talk about that. Yes. But drop great value as usual. Drop a T in the chat if you felt I gave you value today. Let me go grab that. Boom. Drop a T in the chat, y'all. Drop a T in the chat. Like me up. Let me get them free likes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Let's see here. Here we go. So, Big T, I love it. I'm a 49er fan. You the Gold Rush. That's what's up. That's what's up. 49er fan. That's what's up. That's what's up. So basically, where we at? I want to go here. I think it was here. All right. So basically on the 8% line, what the 8% line is all about, Big T, patience. T, that's what's up. T, that's what's up. I appreciate y'all interacting. I appreciate y'all. So on the 8% line. So this goes for NQ, and I also do believe ES. So over the last 151 years, and I'm doing a little bit of reading. I don't have this stuff memorized, but I'm doing a little bit of reading. So over the last 151 years, there's always been an 8% higher average per year based on going 151 years back. Speaking on NQ, speaking on the stock market and stuff like that. So that means the market has a built-in long-term upward drift. That I do so that part. More of a drifter. but more of a drifter. Hold on. Let me address that. So, but more of a drifter, you do have the best person to do that HSS strategy. You got Euphoria. Like, he's the HSS king. Like, he is the HSS king. Seriously, like, so you have someone there. You know what you can do? Even though we don't trade the same strategy, you still can get all the value from the discipline and all the things that we need to do to build a foundation. And then you get your strategy stuff from Euphoria. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know that's his thing. So if you stay locked in with him, you're gonna be good. You come here, get that good trading knowledge, that discipline, get all the things you need. That's gonna make your HSS strategy even much more proficient. And then you get all the technical stuff on the trade with him. There you go, and you work both ways. Bam. But yeah, so going back to the 8% line. So I'm gonna start over. So going back 150. What's up, sis? Thanks for popping in. I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking for you. I was about to hit you up on the side and be like, yo, what's cracking? Like, I ain't seen you. You know, I was about to hit you up on the side, but you're here, so we good. You're here, we good. You're good. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking for you. I'll be looking for you. I'll be looking for you, sis. For real. Like, I'll be looking for you. Just know that. I'll be looking for you. Just for your presence. It's not about being on my live. It's just I love your presence. I'm glad you're here. So, but going back to the 8% line, I'm gonna read through this and then we'll get the understanding on that, because it's something that I have been talking about over the past few days, and I want to bring this value to you. So, based on historical data, going back 151 years, NQ has always had an 8% higher average per year, meaning like each year from 151 years coming forward, every year has been an 8% higher in price. Okay? So I'm glad that you're here. Ecstatic that you're here, and that's for real. You know that. So NQ has always had an 8% higher in price every year, meaning price has moved up 8%. Like it's just, gaining 8% in value every year. So what that means is that the market has a built-in long-term upward drift, meaning if 151 years ago, if you got into NQ wherever it was, I don't know where it was 151 years ago. I would have to do some research on that, where price was. But I can tell you, you would be up like crazy right now because every year there's an 8% higher price average. So with that said, you would be up. So the reason why the 8% line is so important and why I keep it on my chart, yeah, he's not a part of the, but he has a bunch of stuff on Mortgage. He has a bunch of stuff in TEF. Just hit him up. He has a bunch of resources. So going back to what I was saying, so there's their built-in long-term upward drift of 8% every year in price with NQ. So with that said, the reason why I like to keep the 8% line on my chart is because knowing that NQ has an 8% built-in long-term upward drift going back on 151 years. It's a long time ago. So this is some good historical data, right? That tells us that what? It tells us that price is not going to drop too far below the 8% line. So why I like to have the 8% line on there? Because it keeps me like in tune with how far price may drop. And from what I've seen in the past 2 years, when I've been something that my coach and mentor taught me about this 8% line, is that I can tell you over the past 2 years, I have not seen NQ go too much lower than that. Now, I'm not saying it hasn't gone lower, yes, but it hasn't gone too much lower. So I got some numbers up. 2025, the 8% line for 2025 is 24. You can put this on your chart. The 8% line for 2025 is 24,697.25. I'm gonna put that in the chat. I'm gonna give y'all for last year and for this year, so you can actually put it on. You can actually put it on your chart. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. Let's go here. Yeah, so it's 8% line. I'm just gonna put the 2025. I'm just gonna put the price points in. Y'all know it's 8%. So 2025 was 24,697.25. And then 2026, it should be 28. It should be 28,511. 28,511. 28,511. So right now, let me chop that in. So the 28,511, that's the projected when I all right. So you'll see 2025 in the chat, 24,697.25. That's the 8% line you see on my chart now. That's pretty much where we are. Based on the 24,697 2025, the projected price would be 28,511. That's the projected 8%, how would I say, expansion from the prior year, right? So if you see, I know it's 2026, but you see price has been playing around that 24,695. And I'm going to jump to my screen share and you'll see. change my, what's the name here? Bam. All right, so now let's get there. So it is, where is it at? It is right here. Right here. Price kind of plays around, been playing around in that area. Like I told you, it went a little bit lower, but that's it. Not too much lower than that. And even if you can continuously go back, let me jump to the 15 minutes so we have a little bit more real estate. So here's a green line. There's 8% line right there. Doesn't really go too much lower than that. And let me say this too. A lot of this bearish momentum, if you remember, we're dealing with a lot of tariff stuff, right? You can go back on your chart, go to the 15-minute, and you can see that you can like kind of correspond to these days to news, State of the Union address, the Supreme Court ruling with the tariff stuff. Like a lot of this stuff has been tariff stuff, so you have to keep that in mind too. So, but that's the 8%. That's, like I said, as you can see, it doesn't really go too much further. Now, if we didn't have all the little tariff stuff going on, I don't think we would have seen this much of a drop. But of course, that's not really hearsay. That's just my thought process on it. But we know a lot of bearish momentum since the new administration has been since the tariff stuff. So, and that's if you've been keeping up on the news. That I can tell you for sure. So that's a little gist on it. I see you, Torre. You said show you how to do it. That's going to be a whole nother calculation. We can do that. I'm up to 2 hours, so I'm gonna jump off. But I gave you that, and I'll definitely get like a little document, and then we'll go over it maybe within the next, I don't know, few days or whatever. I got to see what we have lined up, me and the team. And then, but I will do that, and I'll keep that in mind. I'm actually going to write it on my list before we jump off. That you want me to show you. So basically, show us how to calculate 8% line. Boom. All right, cool. So it's in my notes. It's written down. I definitely get that. I definitely do that for you, Torre. But right now, y'all can put this on your charts. I already put it in there. It's 2469725. Look in the comments. 2469725. Just put it on there. You can add the text 8% line, and then you can just have it on your charts. You can put whatever color you want. You're welcome, brother. No problem. But man, you know what? It's been another great day today. Love to have y'all in here with me, man. It's been super cool. I'm loving it. Today is actually what? Today is it the 7th episode? So I've been doing this for a week now. Wow, that time flies. But it's been good, man. We only a week, man. We ain't did nothing. We touching some stuff, but we got so much stuff to do, man. So much stuff to do. Oh, you're welcome, Elevated Veggies. That's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to bring value, make sure that we're all on the right track, psychologically, and that, because I know that's gonna get us to the bag. We're gonna talk about some books tomorrow or the next day. I got some books that I want y'all to you know what I'm saying, go and purchase. You can get them on Amazon. These books are going to be really good. They're going to help you with your psychology. I'm just planting the seed. So we're going to definitely get some books going. We need to do some reading, right? We need to keep our game intact. So with that said, man, it's been great. I appreciate y'all. Like me up for the ones that haven't liked me up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Without prejudice, you off the hook. You be having me dying. I was telling my cousin about what you said. Yep, I brought you 2 hours of value today. And you know what? It didn't even feel like 2 hours. I'm going to keep it real. It didn't even feel like 2 hours. Like, I'm really, really enjoying this journey that I started. And I'm really, really enjoying y'all being on this journey with me. Man, I just can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Till we like 2 years down the road and all of us are like, yeah, I'm pulling out this. I'm averaging, 5, 6K a month, 12K a month, 60K a month, whatever. Like, that's what we shooting for, man. Like, I'm ecstatic. I know the future is, so bright for us, man. And like I said, I'm just so blessed to have y'all here with me. I'm blessed to be here. And yeah, man, tomorrow, man, we're going to get it in again. Once again, thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to our founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Love my brothers. Without them, we wouldn't be here. So we got to give a shout out to them. And man, y'all have a blessed remainder of your day. If you made money today, close your charts. Do not go back into the market. Do not give it back. All right. With that said, peace and blessings. And same time tomorrow, 6:15 Pacific. We're going to be online. Let's get it, man. God bless y'all.